This video will talk about top 10 expensive hypercars in 2022. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. The peak of automotive performance and the fastest, most expensive and most powerful four-wheel achievements in the world are represented in our hypercars top 10. Number 10. Lamborghini Centenario. Take one Lamborghini Aventador supercar. Turn the wick up on its 6.5-litre V12 engine to unprecedented heights, give it show-stopping naked carbon fiber bodywork for greater aerodynamic efficiency than any series production Lamborghini, and christen it in honor of the 100th anniversary of company founder Ferruccio Lamborghini's birth, and bingo, you have the Centenario. Lamborghini unveiled the car at the 2016 Geneva Motor Show, announcing that it would make just 40 in all and charge £1.6 million apiece. So far, we've only ridden in it for a short but savage squirt up the legendary Goodwood Festival of Speed Hill Climb. But what a ride it was! Superbly noisy, extravagant and attention-grabbing, the Centenario does a lot of what Lamborghinis are built for very well. Number 9. Pagani Huayra. Pagani is a maker of rare and exotic cars that once offered leather driving accessories that had been blessed by the Bishop of Rome himself, or so the story goes. The Modenese firm's latest offering is the Huayra, introduced in 2012, back when 720 brake horsepower and 738 pounds-feet seemed like a faintly ludicrous amount of power and torque to try to put through one driven axle in a road car. Driven by a twin-turbocharged 6.0-litre V12 from Mercedes-AMG, the Huayra proved itself to be a physically challenging driver's car from the old school, demanding respect every shred of your concentration if you dared disable the stability aids. But it's beautifully communicative and honest, too, and so rich, immersive and special to drive at almost any speed as intoxicating. Number 8. Aston Martin Vulcan. When hypercars get excessive, they do it with some style, and the Aston Martin Vulcan is certainly excessive. This 820 brake horsepower, track-only, carbon-tubbed hypercar, built from a chassis and engine adapted from the Aston Martin 177, produces 118 dB of exhaust noise, enough, by a long way, to earn it an immediate black flag on almost any track day in the UK. Baffled, that same exhaust pipes down to 103 dB, which would just about squeak under some noise limits, but only while the car's mufflers will withstand the force of the exhaust gases, which they won't for very long. You might be wondering if the car is road legal or not. Yes, it is road legal. Through a variety of alterations, the British engineering firm RML Group brought an Aston Martin Vulcan up to the required standards for use on public roads. This vehicle is the only Vulcan that has ever been modified to comply with road regulations. Number 7. Koenigsegg 1. Numbers speak volumes when describing the quickest thing yet to come out of Ängelholm, Sweden, which doesn't have jet engines and air-to-air missiles. The Koenigsegg 1 costs £2 million. Its turbocharged, ethanol-fueled V8 develops more than 1,300 brake horsepower. In the right conditions, claims its maker, it's capable of cracking 250 miles per hour from rest in less than 20 seconds. And yet it's easier to drive at sane speeds than our tester could believe, making plenty of torque off boost, although the action of the automated twin-clutch gearbox takes some getting used to. The 1 is a real white-knuckle ride, by contrast, when you squeeze its accelerator pedal floorwards and listen as those turbochargers spool up, sending greater and greater force towards a pair of rear wheels that can run short of traction even in the higher gears. Number 6. Porsche 918 Spider. Carrying heavier and more powerful electric motors and more battery capacity than either of its hypercar competitors, Ferrari or McLaren, the Porsche 918 Spider made a greater play of its 21st century zero-emissions technology than its rivals and had a breadth of appeal as a driver's car that neither could quite level with. This car can be driven for around 15 miles on electric power alone and then charged up at home to do it all again. In time-honored Porsche supercar type, it's a little harder to drive than the 718 Boxster, and it's a convertible. But it also has a motorsport-derived normally aspirated V8 engine that revs to almost 9,000 RPM and makes the car both raw and exciting in full-bore mode. Number 5. Bugatti Chiron. The Volkswagen Group's trophy brand, Bugatti, made history when it gave us the fastest production car in the world in 2005. The W16-engined, 987 brake horsepower, four-wheel drive Veyron broke through the 250 mph barrier. But it couldn't and wouldn't be regarded as the ultimate performance car forever. Enter, in 2016, the Chiron. Where the Veyron used aluminium space frame construction, the Chiron has a lighter carbon fiber monocoque. Where the Veyron stopped short of 1,200 brake horsepower in its final forms, the Chiron UPS that to nearly 1,500. And where the Veyron left Bugatti's top speed yardstick at 268 mph, the Chiron has, in 1,578 brake horsepower super sport form, taken what has become an increasingly highly contested world production car speed record up beyond the 300 mph marker, where it currently rests at 304.7 mph. And if you want a hypercar to make record speeds so easy to achieve, this is the one for you. Number 4. Lotus Evija. Electric hypercars will always be contentious when competing with the very high-revving, noisiest, fastest and most dramatic combustion engine performance cars in the world. Still, they are undoubtedly in the process of taking this niche by the force of instant, walloping, vectored per-corner torque. And the only example we've yet to do more than ride in is the awesome Lotus Evija, which our man Mike Duff drove in prototype form around Lotus's test track at Hethel. Electric or not, this car's key vital statistics leave nothing to chance. Its 70 kWh drive battery and a quartet of drive motors make it weigh 1,700 kilograms. Still, it also develops some 2,000 metric horsepower at peak, runs on Pirelli P0 Trofeo R tires, and it's claimed to be capable of 0-186 mph in just 9 seconds, more than 4 seconds quicker than Bugatti's sensational Chiron can do it. Mike's prototype drive revealed a car that struggles to feel dramatic when launching from low speeds but piles on speed beyond 3 figures with an unrelenting potency. Its handling feels as balanced and poised as you'd expect of a Lotus despite its all-wheel drive layout. Number 3. McLaren Senna. When McLaren adopted the name of its most revered and tragically fated F1 racing driver to use as the model identity of its latest Ultimate Series hypercar, a sharp intake of breath was taken throughout the motorsport world car industry alike. Could invoking the memory of such a legendary, much-missed figure as Ayrton Senna and then using it to do something as corporate as selling a new car, any car, ever be made to look like a good idea? Was Ayrton's name McLaren's to use? Chances are you might already have a strong opinion on that and, for various reasons, whether you like this car's idea or the unflinching function over form aesthetic. Just don't rule out the possibility that a drive in the incredible Senna hypercar, the fastest, most advanced, most exciting and most purposeful road-legal track car its maker could create, might change your mind. The Senna is a car of truly astonishing track abilities. Number 2. McLaren P1. McLaren Automotive's first Ultimate Series car had to follow in the footsteps of the firm's legendary and celebrated F1, which built the company a worldwide reputation. McLaren resisted the temptation to make the P1 a modern facsimile of the F1, however, instead, having a 903 brake horsepower hybrid electric powertrain, a 2-seat interior, state-of-the-art suspension technology, lightweight construction, and competition-grade aerodynamics to deliver the fastest, most focused and most exciting performance car it could imagine, fit for equally unprecedented thrills on both road and track. The particular thrills the P1 conjures make it incredibly fast and purposeful at pace and capable of challenging and rewarding its driver to a level that only racing drivers normally experience. Number 1. Ferrari LaFerrari. Ferrari's latest top-of-the-tree hypercar is nothing less than the greatest and most sensational peak that the performance car has ever reached. Powered by an incredible, spine-tingling, naturally aspirated, 789 brake horsepower 6.3-litre V12 assisted by 161 brake horsepower of electric power channeled directly to the rear wheels, the LaFerrari's powertrain makes an incredible 950 brake horsepower all told. Although we never got the chance to strap our timing gear to one, Ferrari claims the car hurls itself to 62 mph in just 2.4 seconds and 186 mph in just 15 seconds. And yet, despite its enormous performance and mind-boggling mechanical complication, the LaFerrari has absurdly benign and exploitable limit handling manners that make it much more approachable and exciting to drive on a circuit than you'd ever believe it could be. Ferrari charged more than £1 million for each car. It made 500 in all, producing the last of them in 2015. It has succeeded only with the FXXK Track Special and the LaFerrari Aperta convertible. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.